Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And to if you're new here, welcome, hi. My name is Holly Boone. I say that every time, it's getting a bit annoying now. I feel like I need to change my intro. You know when your intro just gets draining? Like, I feel like it's draining at this point. Anyway. Sorry, excuse my voice. I've got a cold. It doesn't sound very nice. So in today's video, I want to do something a bit more chilled. Just a chatty video. I haven't done one of these in so long. Literally feels like forever. So I asked you guys to send me dilemmas on Instagram, and I'm gonna just basically share my opinion, you know? So I'm gonna read out people's dilemmas. I'm not gonna share their name, I'm gonna keep it anonymous because some of these are crazy. Some of these are wild, and obviously I don't want to expose people. So I'm not gonna say their names, I'm just gonna literally read their dilemmas and then I'm gonna share my opinion. Okay, so the first one is, I've been on and off with a boy for 9 months. I try to block him, but he always gets back in contact. What do you mean try to block? Because I feel like when you say try to block, that means you haven't fully blocked him, because if he's still getting in contact with you, then you probably haven't fully blocked him, you feel me? So I feel like you want to block him out for a reason, so definitely just do it. Just block. Block, see ya, bye. Don't say you tried to block, because try to block makes me think you blocked him and then you unblocked him. You want him to reach out. So I think take the thing, block him, change your number if you have to, and call it a day. Okay, so the next one is, my boyfriend grabbed a girl's ass in front of me at the club and I can't stop thinking about it. Wow. Number one, that's disrespectful as fuck towards you. That's very disrespectful. And two, that's actually assaulting someone, because I'm sure that girl didn't ask for her ass to be grabbed. Therefore, your boyfriend actually assaulted somebody, sexually assaulted somebody, and also just disrespected you at the same time. Listen, the one thing I hate more than anything is being disrespected, and that is disrespectful. And therefore, for me personally, I mean, this is just me, I'm very cutthroat, I would just leave the situation. I'd have it out with my boyfriend. I'd just be like, look, I don't agree with what you did. I think that's disrespectful, for one. Two, I think, you know, you've just assaulted somebody. Like, you can't be doing shit like that. Like, that's crazy. Have it out. If he's really immature about it, then see ya. Someone's put, my boyfriend cheated on me with his ex-girlfriend in summer last year. Can I trust him again? That's something you need to ask yourself. I can't tell you that. I do believe people make mistakes. In my opinion, if you really love someone, or you really like someone, or you really care about someone, you wouldn't cheat on them. You wouldn't put them in that situation you wouldn't hurt them like that. You know what I mean? Me, I've never cheated on anyone, and I never would, because I never want to destroy someone's self-esteem or make someone feel like that feeling that you get when you get cheated on. Like, I'd never do it to someone. You need to ask yourself if you can trust him, because if you can't, there's no point in the relationship. The relationship is just, there's no point. You might as well just literally call it quits, because, yeah. To me, honestly, like, if somebody cheated on me with their ex-girlfriend, I would just block them and never speak to them ever again. Like, I just wouldn't even entertain that. Like, I would just be like, bye. That's just me. I'm very cutthroat. I don't have time for bullshit. Here's the thing, if you know your morals and you know that you would never cheat on somebody and someone cheats on you, you have every right to get rid of them out of your life, because you know you would never do that. If you're someone that's, I don't know, maybe cheated on someone before and can kind of understand that it may be a mistake, then that's down to you that's down to you, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's different for every individual. I think if you've never cheated on someone and they cheat on you, no. Me, I'd never do it. Anyway. Someone's put, my ex-best friend who used to hate my ex-boyfriend are now together. Well, she's clearly an ex-best friend for a reason. He's clearly an ex-boyfriend for a reason. So you have nothing to worry about, girl. Let them crack on. Let them do what they want to do, and you just live your life, because fuck that. They're obviously ex-people for a reason, so let them crack on. I've been seeing a guy. Turns out he has a girlfriend and 3 kids. Says he can never leave her because she is evil and she will ruin his life. Says he still wants me. I decided to move on. Now he is mad I'm moving on. I felt hard for him. What do I do? I'm finding it hard not to text him and feel like shit because of his poor girlfriend. I'm beating myself up about it because I'm not that sort of girl who would take someone's man. Wow. He's talking shit. He's saying his girlfriend's evil. If your girlfriend's evil, mate, you're not living with your girlfriend and your kids. Straight up facts. You're saying your girlfriend's evil is going to ruin your life. Sorry, what? You full of shit. I'm just saying that right now. He's full of shit. He wants his cushy little home life with his kids, and he wants you on the side. And he's going to say whatever he fucking can to you for it to, you know, for you to believe him. Here's the thing. What's the worst she's gonna do to ruin his life? Not let him see his kids. Okay, well then you take that further, you take that higher up, you take that to court, you get that sorted. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to say she'll ruin his life. In what way? What do you mean ruin your life? What can she actually do if you want to leave your girlfriend? Here's what I would do in that situation. I'd tell the girlfriend, because I'd want to know. If you really feel bad for the girlfriend like you say you do, then you need to tell the girlfriend, because I would. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, if that was you in that situation, you've got to understand, if you was the girlfriend, you'd want to know if your boyfriend was cheating on you, would you or would you not? You'd want to know. So you need to tell the girlfriend. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through and there's loads on relationships. So I'm just gonna put this out there because I tell my friends this all the time. And I feel like we're like mates, so I'm just gonna give you this advice. I feel like a lot of this comes down to people don't want to leave certain toxic relationships, or they want to stay in certain relationships because they're scared of being on their own, they're scared of being lonely. And I just want to let you know, being on your own is one of the best things in the world. You will learn so much about yourself. You will understand yourself. You'll grow as a person. You'll know what you want and what you don't want from life. And being on your own is very, very powerful in my opinion. I think everyone needs to go through that stage of being on their own. I think a lot of times people settle for these relationships or these toxic relationships just because they're scared of being on their own and they don't want to be on their own. Also, I feel like society puts this pressure on people that you have to be married by this amount of time and have children by this time, and it puts a lot of pressure on people to get in relationships and force things that probably aren't really there. And also, I would say one thing, okay, because a lot of this comes down to people getting scared they're going to get cheated on and stuff like that. Here's the thing, okay, you have to find your happiness within yourself, and you have to be happy with yourself, with your life, with everything that you have. You have to be fully happy, so that anyone that comes into your life will bring happiness to your life but will not be able to take it away. And what I mean by that is you need to be so happy and so content on your own that someone's just going to add to your life and you're not going to rely on them for your happiness. So if they walk out, if they fuck up and you get rid of them out of your life, you're still going to be happy. Because a lot of times I feel like people get in relationships, they depend on the other person for their happiness, and that's when it goes wrong, because if that person then leaves your life, they've took your happiness. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be so happy with yourself, so content with your life, and the other person needs to be the same. So like you can let that person do whatever they want to do, because you should trust them 100% and also not be scared for them to leave. The reason you're scared for them to leave is because you're either scared of being on your own or you're scared of losing your happiness. And that's the two things that you'd be scared of if someone was going to leave. So if you have those two things on your own and you're not scared of being on your own and you're completely happy within yourself, that you don't need someone for happiness, that's when everything becomes easier and you become more at peace. And I mean that as in, like, say you're with a boy and they're like, right, I'm going to go on this lad's holiday. You should be absolutely fine with that. You should not feel insecure. You should not feel bothered. Like, you should not worry about shit, because at the end of the day, you should have 100% trust in that person. And also, if they do fuck up and they do disrespect you, you can happily have them out of your life and still be happy. And I think that's a lot of the time, like my friends, when they get involved with guys, is they put so much of their happiness into this person that when this person leaves, they're literally a broken person. They feel broken, they feel like lonely, they feel like they've lost their happiness, and it should never be like that. Someone should never have that control over you. Anyone in your life should never have that control over you. The only person that should have control over your happiness is yourself. And also loneliness. I feel like loneliness is definitely a mental thing rather than dependent on your surroundings. Like, you could be surrounded by so many people and still feel lonely. I feel like loneliness comes from like a mental state, in my opinion. And I feel like loneliness also comes from not feeling like a mental connection with anyone. You know what I mean? Or not feeling like you're on the same wave as someone, or that you have, you know, someone that you can talk to and stuff like that on a mental level. I feel like loneliness is definitely a mental thing rather than based on your surroundings. There's a lot of people that I know that are in relationships and they still feel lonely because, you know, maybe that mental connection isn't there. They feel lonely mentally. They feel like if they lose the person, they're going to feel even more lonely, which is not true, you know. And I think going on a journey, like a lot of people as well don't know much about themselves, which I find so crazy. And I used to be like this. I feel like as a 25-year-old now, like, I've spent time on my own, I understand myself, I know what I want, what I don't want, and I know myself inside out. And I think a lot of the time people don't actually know themselves, which is so crazy. Like, they don't actually know what they want. They don't know, like, you know, what do they love to do? Where do they love to go? What, you know, what do they want from life? They don't know. You ask people these questions and they go, I don't know. And you're like, what do you mean you don't know? It's because they haven't spent time by themselves, learning about themselves, growing as a person, understanding themselves, understanding what they want, what they don't want. But I think just being at peace with yourself and just really investing in yourself emotionally, everything, just spending time on your own and really understanding yourself, and, you know, and being happy, genuinely happy on your own, you're going to attract the right people. And you're going to worry less, because like I said, if someone comes into your life and disrespects you for any reason, you can let them out of your life because you know they're not right for you, and not lose your happiness whilst you do that, because you're not relying on them for that. You know, you've already got that. You're not relying on them for that. So that's one thing I will say is, if you're in a relationship now and you know it's toxic, it doesn't make you happy, but you're scared of being on your own, I promise you it's not scary being on your own. You may feel like you're going to feel lonely because you're going to be finding yourself. So when you first get into that situation, you're probably going to feel lonely. You're going to feel like you want someone around, like you want some attention. But the more you get used to it and the more you learn about yourself and you focus on yourself, your career, everything that you want to do with yourself, your happiness, your career, things that you love to do, understanding about yourself, self-growth, all that sort of thing, finding what works for you and what you love is such a journey, and it's something that I feel like everyone needs to do. And that's when you'll find your worth. You'll know your worth and you'll know what you want and what you don't want. And if you're in a relationship where you're both relying on each other for happiness, you need to kind of figure it out. You need to kind of have a conversation and figure it out, and maybe have a bit of time to find happiness within yourself. Because like I said, if someone leaves, you've lost that. And that's the most important thing in life, is being happy. And I think you can't give someone the opportunity to take that away from you. If I ever, you know, when I next get into a relationship or whatever, I'm so at peace that I feel like, you know, if they mess it up and they disrespect me, the door is open, you can leave, I'm going to be fine. I'm fine. You know what I mean? And like I said, I feel like society is the worst thing as well, because it puts so much pressure on people to find love or to get married or to have kids by a certain age or all this crazy shit. Like, it's so crazy the amount of pressure that society puts on people, when in reality the only thing that you should ever be focused on is your happiness. Like, that's the one thing that you should really invest in, is your happiness. Everything else is whatever. Your health and your happiness, always. Let me get another one up. I went on to a proper rant then, didn't I? Yeah, my boyfriend made me block my best friend on everything. I'm not allowed to talk to her. Relationships should not be like this, okay? It's not a prison sentence. It's not like this. It should never be like this, okay? Relationships should never, ever, ever be controlling or anything like that. And that comes from an insecurity issue, which that person needs to work on. Listen, if someone told me to block my best friend and not see her again, I'd say fuck off, see you later. Do not part with that behaviour, okay? Because that's crazy. A relationship should never feel like a prison sentence or, you know, like strict rules and stuff. It should never be like that. If you have a mutual respect for each other, you're not going to cheat on each other. You're not going to do X, Y, and Z that's going to make the other person feel shit. You just have to let it go, okay? Let her see her friend. Why is she not allowed to see her friend? Why has she got to block her best friend? That's crazy to me. Like, let people do what they want to do. Relationships are supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be, you know, not like that. That's crazy. I'm going to tell you now. You need to unblock your best friend. It sounds like to me, he's trying to isolate you from everyone so that you're emotionally attached to him and no one else. That's what it sounds like, which is a control thing. Which, I will be honest with you, you need to get out of that situation. You need to get out of that. Unblock your best friend and go live your best life with your best mate and fuck the boy off. A lot of these are relationship ones. Love my boyfriend to bits, but struggling to trust him and don't feel like he appreciates me. As human beings, we have gut feelings, and I always believe go with your gut feeling, always. If your gut feeling is telling you that you can't trust him, maybe sit down, have an adult conversation about it and just say, look, this is how I'm feeling. I don't, for some reason, feel like I can trust you. Maybe there's a reason why, and maybe just explain that and have a conversation. You've said that you feel like he doesn't appreciate you. Maybe just address that. If he acts in an immature way and, you know, kicks off and whatever, then that's your answer. Have a conversation, have an adult conversation. If you can't have an adult conversation and you still feel that way, it's time for you to leave the relationship. Do you know how many billions of people there are on this planet? There's billions of people on this planet. There's people out there that will treat you so good that you don't need to settle for that. My ex, who had a whole other girlfriend behind my back, says he's sorry and asked me to move in to start fresh. He says he's really sorry. Don't do it to yourself, okay? Please don't do that to yourself. No. A whole other girlfriend behind your back. He never had respect for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you straight. I'm not the person that's going to tell you straight. Something that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. He never had any respect for you. He didn't care about you. He had a whole other girlfriend behind his back. And you think that it's going to be different this time. It won't be. So I found out that my ex-boyfriend of a few weeks and my best friend slept with him. And only because she has no attention being given to her, she went to him. And the age gap is 3 years, 16 and 13. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. People are having sex at 13 years old. Hold up. I cannot get over the fact that people are having sex at 13. Like, that blows my mind. I was childish at fucking 13. I was like a little geek that used to like to read books. Like, the hell? That blows my mind. Honestly, I'm shook at that. I'm really shook at that. Maybe I'm living under a rock, but 13 and having sex. I mean, wow. Wait a minute. Also, if someone's 16 and they're having sex with a 13-year-old, that's underage, no? Is that not illegal? Your ex-boyfriend just got himself a prison sentence. How do I protect my happiness when I'm surrounded by fake people? Cut the motherfuckers out of your life. I know in my heart my boyfriend of 6 years is the person I'm supposed to be with. We have so much love and respect for each other, it's ridiculous. But a few months ago, someone came into my life out of nowhere and we had a bond instantly. It's not even sexual, we just get on so well and we are so similar, like the way we see life and the way we react to things. But he developed feelings for me, he's engaged with a child, and had to cut it off. I love my boyfriend very much, but I miss the friendship I had with the other person. I never wanted anything romantic with him, but I enjoyed his company. My boyfriend knows things turned weird and cut the guy off. Did I do something wrong by getting close to another guy, even if it wasn't romantic? I feel like you can have guy mates. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you didn't see it in that way, then obviously that's fine. Like, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think the best thing for you to do was to cut it off if he started catching feelings for you, because if he starts catching feelings for you and you know that, that's when it becomes disrespectful towards your boyfriend, because you're being friends with someone knowing that that person has feelings for you. That's when it becomes disrespectful. But you can be friends with boys, girls, whatever. I don't see any problem with that whatsoever if you don't see it in that way. But yeah. Friendships come and go, and the best thing for you to do if you love your boyfriend and you have mutual respect for each other like you say you do, is to cut that person off if that person's got feelings, because yeah, that's not okay. You know, you just have to put yourself in your partner's shoes and understand it from their point of view. You have to see it from their point of view and be like, okay, like, that was me. I wouldn't mind if my boyfriend had a girl mate. But then if the girl mate started catching feelings for him, out of respect for me, I'd appreciate it if he, you know, kind of distanced himself from her. Because it just becomes a bit awkward. It becomes a bit uncomfortable, I suppose. But, yeah. When your friends talk shit behind your back but act all sweet to you, cut your friends off. Cut them off. A lot of people find it really difficult to cut people off. I am very cutthroat. Don't give a fuck. Cut you off. Don't have time for bullshit. And the older you get, the more you'll realise it. I feel like when I was like 16 to maybe like 19, I was a little bit more naive and I just kind of kept like friends around me because I thought that was what girls were like. and now like I'm honestly 25. I have the best people around me. We have a group chat, me and my girls, and it's so uplifting. All we do is big each other up, support each other. It's such a positive group. There's never anyone slagging anyone off. There's no bad vibes. It's always so positive, and that's what friendship should be. Like, that's how it should be. You never have any worries about them slagging you up behind your back, because we're all adults and we all respect each other. And that's how friendship should be. It shouldn't be you worrying about your friends talking shit about you or any of that. And the older you get, the more you'll realise it as well, I feel like. I'm nearly 17 and have no clue what I want to do as my career. Should I be worried? No way. At 17, you're not supposed to have it all figured out. No way. 17 is so young. You're a teenager. You're not even a grown adult yet. 17 is like, experiment, go in and get multiple jobs, go and do different things and see what you want to do. When I was 17, this is what happened, right, from when I left school. So when I left school, I went to college and I studied dance performing arts. That's what I wanted to do. Then I had a job in between that, and before I started college, I had a job as like a kids party host, where I would like host kids' birthday parties at this bowling alley place or whatever. Loved that. That was really fun. And then I went to dance, like a professional dance school. Thought I wanted to be a dancer. I was like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to be a dancer and a singer and an actor. That's what I wanted to do. Did that for like as long as I possibly could, whilst working a job in a bar to try and pay for it. Couldn't pay for it, had to quit. Then I did auditions for like a girl band, or like auditions all around London. Got into a girl group, like a girl band, did that. Used to go backwards and forwards to Milton Keynes, went to the studio, used to go to like London, Surrey all the time, then finished that. Then that didn't work out for me, so I then worked, had to just get a job, so I worked in a call centre, selling solar panels over the phone. Then I was a sales rep, personal assistant. Then I worked in flight delay claims, and then after that I started YouTube. And then this is what I'm doing now. But life is crazy. You need to just try as many things as possible, go as many directions as you want, and just see what you like. And 17 is young. You have so much time to figure out. Just go and get like, sit down and think, right, what would I like to do? Would I like to do this, and just try them and see how you feel. And then obviously I've gone from YouTube to now owning a brand. This life is crazy, okay? Like, there's just different things. Just try different things all the time and see, you know, where you're at. I finally feel like I found my purpose. I found what it is that I want to do, which is artistry, makeup, and obviously have my brand and stuff. So I found my purpose, but I don't feel like I fully found my purpose until like last year, and I'm 25, so 24. I felt fully fulfilled with, you know, my life and everything, the direction that it was going. So yeah, don't put pressure on yourself. Even if you're 30 and you still don't know what you want to do, that's young. You've got time. You've got time, okay? Society will have you feeling like you need to have it all figured out, but you don't. There's people that are like 45, 50 that still don't know what they want to do with their life, and they're still trying things out, and it's fine. Life is like that. You just got to see what you want to do and just, you know, take it for what it is, but don't put pressure on yourself. Ever. Especially at 17, man. Someone's just put, I have 2 boyfriends and they don't know about each other. Oops. Wow. You nasty. No, do you know what? Like, no, you can't do that. You can't treat people like that, okay? It's not okay. Like, imagine if someone did that to you, how you would feel. I don't agree with that at all. Yeah, you put whoops with that little emoji that's like, you're rude. You're rude. So that is all I'm going to answer. I feel like I've been talking for so long, and my cold, I just sound terrible. So apologies for that. But I hope I helped in any way with these dilemmas. Let me know if you want me to do this again. I was going to do this with Lewis, but I tried to ring him to get him to come do this with me, and he's still asleep and it's midday and I can't be waiting around for Lewis. So I'll do another one with Lewis when he wants to wake up. If you have any other dilemmas down below, you don't mind sharing it and sharing your name, then obviously write them down below and we can all get involved in the conversation and we can all share our opinions, because sometimes I feel like you need an opinion from somebody else. It's not going to tell you what you want to hear. We need to be told straight. We don't need to be told what we want to hear, and that's going to help in a lot of situations. So if you have any dilemmas, comment them down below. We can all get involved. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I hope this helped in any way. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Hopefully when I don't have a cold and don't sound like shit. Yeah. Bye everyone.